很多男生都喜欢自信的女生的，他们会觉得有点被 intimidated， 会有点被就是被吓到，或者说被威胁到那种感觉。
Maybe
谢
they
谢
are
分享，
timid.
谢谢。
Maybe they are timid, so they don't like confident girl because they are not successful. Because they are not confident, so they are afraid of confident girl because they can't conquer the confident girls. So
Are you a confident, successful man?
I'm not, but I'm growing. But I'm growing up step by step, and so I'm open to any confident, to any good characteristics, such as your open-minded, your confidence. That's very good. Yeah, that's very good point. So I'm open to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that energy, right? Not there yet, but I'm trying. I'm still like working slowly, to get there, right? Okay. Good.
And any what do you do for living now?
Can we not discuss it?
Are you
英语老师这里不写了吗？ I'm English teacher.
okay, sorry. English teacher and you have a very fluent English accent and
Thank you.
so
Thank you. Your English is not bad as well. 你的英语也很好呀。Thank you.
now my English I can speak something, but my English is not good enough because my accent, because my limited words, because my mind not now and maybe not mature enough, and maybe I need more experience to feel my mind, and so I can speak more and more friendly. Because when I speak Chinese, I can't speak Chinese in many words too. So, I can't speak English too much.
It's okay. You're improving.
Yeah, improving step by step.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, I'm gonna listen to me. I'm gonna move on to next one. Okay.
Okay, I drop off.
Bye bye. Thank you for talking to us. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day. 阿雄 Hello. Hello. 3, 2, 1. Bye. Okay, our last applicant. Hello. Hello. 没有人吗？没有人那就挂了啊。Okay, that's okay. Ken, you want to come back? Hello.
Hello, it's me again.
Yes. Welcome
Hi.
back.
So just now we talk about. Oh, thank you so much. Just now we talk about a little bit my personal questions. Right now I want to share a little bit about English learning.
Okay.
So just now you talk about consistency. It's a lifelong journey. I totally agree, and this is a lot of. And also you mentioned about the positive feedback, the support is being given by your English teacher in your primary school. I feel that's so fantastic. I think that's a lot of that's also why a lot of people, especially those who are learning English as a second language, they're lacking of. It's because they haven't tasted the positive achievement in learning English. I think that's a primary reason why they just don't keep going. Sometimes you just because they feel like, okay, my accent is not great, My grammar is not great. I cannot even come up with a sentence in my head. How am I going to continue, right?
Yeah.
And I've been learning this goddamn language for the last 10 years of my school, and I still didn't manage to do it well.
Yes. Some people
And
tend to get daunted.
That's so pathetic, just thinking about that. People don't get a lot of positive achievement at learning this language.
Yeah. Well, so we're talking about when I was a kid, I definitely received loads of positive feedback from people around me, my teachers, my classmates, because I was lucky enough to have them to be my peers and my teachers. But I was also in those formative years, right? I was incredibly impressionable. Like if people around me are encouraging and they're positive, I tend to be like blend in and be one of them. Definitely. But however, nowadays, I think you guys are like most of the people in my stream, because you have to become an adult, right? You have to be an adult to be able to join my stream and to get on the mic and talk to me. So I consider most of you guys are adults already. 你们大部分已经是成年人了. If you constantly need somebody else to encourage you, to push you, right? To like force you to point a gun at you to learn English, then wow. Then you really need to like question your motivation. You really need to sort it out like why you are learning English. 那你真的需要搞清楚为什么要学英语了，因为那个时候我还小嘛。我小的时候呢，如果身边的人都很鼓励我的话呢，那我肯定是会变得更加的积极。但现在的话，你们都是成年人了。Well, you need encouragement, but not always. Like most of the time, you're on yourself. 大部分时候你还是得靠自己的。Yeah. I'm not talking about you, Ken. I'm just talking about
I understood what you're talking about. And yeah, I agree with you. It's everybody's adult, and nowadays we're talking about the real human adult and the fake human adult.
Yeah.
Right, and apparently not many people, when they reach the age of 18, they automatically turn to be an adult. And a lot of people just remain in that mentality, even if they graduate from, let's say, higher education, university, or even masters. They just don't become an adult.
Yeah, exactly. But which was totally understandable, because that's how we were surrounded, by these sort of like thoughts and a mindset. Like growing up, a lot of my classmates, they always had their parents like supervising them while they do their homework, which is unbelievable. 我觉得就是很难以相信. And then also the same thing that is also happening at schools, right? 然后学校也是这样子的. Like always, like we have this morning reading classes, and we have this like self-learning classes in the evenings, where there are always our teachers supervising you, like overlooking you, 就一直在那里监视你. So you're always under watch. 你就一直就是处于被监视的状态当中. So you sometimes get perplexed like why you are studying, and you don't even bother thinking about the question why you are learning, who you're learning, who you're studying for. Are you studying for your own future? Are you studying out of your own personal interest? Are you studying because you are interested in it? So a lot of students, they don't have this independent thinking. 他们没有这样一个独立思考的能力. Now, once they graduated from school and they started working, joining the workforce, become an employee, they can't really shake off that kind of student mindset in a short term. 他们完全没有办法在短期内就是丢掉那种学生的思维. So they feel like I'm working for like an imaginary, invisible, like sort of authority. 可能是那种无形的一些什么机构，我在为他们工作. Like I'm always under watch. If somebody is not watching me, I'm gonna slack off. I'm gonna you know, take it easy and stuff. So they are unclear about their career like development， 不知道自己未来职业要干什么，不知道以后要干什么，不知道他们需要提高什么。It's very common， 我觉得很正常的。But you know, people need to grow， 人们都需要正常嘛，人们需要成长啊。笑死我了。
Exactly. So, speaking of which,
谢谢 Charlie， 谢谢。
I don't know if you're gonna mind this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. So when is the moment you feel like you realize that you know exactly what you're studying this for? Like, what's your awakening moment?
I think it was when I was in middle school. 我上初中的时候吧。Because I didn't, you know, grow up in a financially comfortable family. I didn't have my parents, you know, around me all the time. I had to rely on myself for most of the time, you know. And my mom, my dad is like not always in the picture. My dad is basically out of the picture. Like, I mean, he's alive, but he wasn't there. But my mom is like, she worked so hard to raise like the two of us, me and my brother, and I understand her hardship, understand how her life was, you know, how miserable her life was. So I became just a very compassionate person when I was at a very young age. 我很小的时候就开始就共情我妈妈，然后我妈妈就 my mom has always been telling me like, if you don't want to live my life, you gotta study your ass off. 你就得好好学习。然后我就从那个时候就开始吧 I'm studying like hard because I need to promise myself a better future than my mom's. 就我要过得比我妈妈好，至少 I would like to, you know, support my family, be able to support my family.When I grew up, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live in poverty. I don't want to live in instability. 就不想要就是这种很动荡的生活。就很小初中的时候吧，因为我小学还没有这样的一个概念。When I was primary school, I was like, I want to have fun. You know, I want to play with my friends all the time. But once I stepped into middle school, my mom like had to leave me. 我妈要 you know for her job, and my father was barely there. And then I was like sent to my grandparents on my mom's side to grandparents on my father's side, who I weren't really, you know, familiar with. I wasn't very familiar with them, and they didn't like me that much. They weren't like really crazy about me as well. 就不是他们 I was alone. 大部分时候我就是一个人 and I picked my friends, you know, in middle school. 然后自己选择了一些朋友 and I guess that was like the moment, like the period of time when I had this epiphany. 就是有了这样的一个 like in your word, waking moment, right? Awakening moment. like most Chinese families. Okay. Yeah, I guess like most poor Chinese families, right? 大部分贫穷的家人都是这个样子的吧。就是我可能小的时候就意识到了这一点。To answer the question.
I'm gonna say sorry for you to bring this up, but
it's okay.
Since you are very carefully expressing in front of a large audience, I think you have already overcome this already, right? That's why you feel it's easy to talk about it, you know, and without any pressure or something.
Yeah, I don't care. It's actually fine because a lot of the kids around me were living like that. 就大部分我身边的朋友他们都是这么过来的。You know, it was actually quite astonishing when I went to college because I thought every student had a loan, you know? 我觉得大部分学生我以为 like most of us, at least like 90% or 80% of us applied for a loan, you know, to pay their tuition fee. 我以为就是可能我们大部分人都是会申请这个助学贷款的。It turned out, no, not every one of them, not most of us. And 就是我以为这个是一个很正常的，因为我身边的就是同学啊，他们都会申请助学贷款。但我上大学了之后，我发现没有很多人有这个助学贷款，我觉得很神奇。好奇对方说的一句都写下来吗 如果你训练的话是可以写下来的。我以前上那个大学的时候，备考4级的时候，专业4级的时候是可以写下来的。Okay, so Ken, you were saying, it's your turn. 你说吧。
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell like how much I couldn't like I can tell how hard you've been
谢谢 Yug，
you've been learning, you've been
谢谢
putting so much effort into your study, but I can never imagine how hard you really worked on this. But apparently you've been treating yourself so well, and your English is nearly perfect, right?
Oh no, thank you. I still, there's still room for improvement.
Right. That's why I say nearly perfect. So I
Yeah.
really like your mentality. Like it's always improving. Always,
thank you.
we have always room for growing. That's the part. That's the growth mindset.
Yeah. So I sometimes maybe it's a bit harder for me to resonate with those who always complain about how difficult learning is because 就是我以前努力学习的时候 when I was studying like really hard, right? I didn't realize I was studying hard. I wasn't thinking that, oh my god, look at how hard I'm studying. 就我不会觉得自己有多努力，我就觉得我就是在做 I'm just doing like every college student is supposed to do. 我感觉大部分学生就应该这么来学。就后来我才了解到 ，Oh my God, learning is actually a quite challenging task for some people.
For most people.
Yeah, 因为我身边确实有一些就学习不怎么好的人，但他们不会就是说学习好难好难。Then if they didn't like score in study, then they just go for some other path. 他们可能就是选择其他的路径了。比如说 some of my classmates got married right after they graduate from middle school. 我有的同学就是初中毕业之后立马就去那个什么了，就结婚了。Wow, I was alarmed. 就是我觉得 I was like really really shocked. 我觉得很神奇。It's not my talent. 不会说英语能连麦吗？不能。Okay, so Ken, where from?
I'm from Guiyang.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
You're my like hometown people.
Yeah, hometown people from the same province. Let's go, Lagama. Yes, let's go.
Okay, I think it's time for me to take a break now. I've been here for a long time. I really need to use a break. 我现在需要休息一下了，好不好？
Yeah, take a good
Thank
good
you.
rest.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
contribution and thank you for your time in here. Okay?
Thank you.
Bye bye. Talk to you next time.
Bye bye.
老铁，我不连麦了 I gotta go. 我得走了。我现在有点累了啊 especially my throat. It's really sore right now. 我的嗓子非常的痛了现在 I gotta go. You're getting married. 这个语法没有错误，它的意思是你即将要结婚了啊。You're getting married 就是你要结婚了，可能你的结婚的这个 wedding date 就是已经确定好了。Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a wonderful day, everybody. See you guys next time. Bye bye.